Oh, that's right. You don't have any backup there, do you? You
The
recording?
things I do for nothing. Goodness gracious. uh, hmm. How sweet this ordinary, never ending, never beginning satsang. This everyday satsang. This everyday ease of just what's here, ease of being, ease of aliveness, ease of all inclusive everything, all phenomena we can notice. And that's what's so sweet about this, is we can notice in our own direct experience how equally everything is at rest in this ocean of aware intelligence we are. So what's so sweet is that in satsang we don't start from someone going somewhere or start from a beginning, or it's we recognize what's here. What's here? What we innocently overlook. Even if we are thinking about satsang or describing satsang, or thinking about liberation or describing liberation, diagnosing liberation, comparing liberation, thoughts about liberation, descriptions about liberation, about awareness, about freedom, about rest, about awakening, about love, about what it looks like, what it feels like, what it tastes like, what it smells like. Innocently overlooking and simultaneously exalted by all apparent phenomena, all apparent thoughts of mind, all apparent sensations of body, all apparent descriptions. Everything naturally saying nothing and saying this now, just like this. Aware, loving intelligence, just as mind is. Aware, loving intelligence, just as body is. Regardless of description. Before we notice the unwavering stability of this that is sweetly, delightfully reliable, we put a lot of emphasis on our story of the moment. Whether body is sitting, there's a story. Whether body is lying, there's a story. Whether body is standing, there's a story. And the emphasis of this sensation, that feeling, cause and effect, the filter of mind held up by the pillars of identity, time, and cause and effect. Identity, whether it be our own or another, ultimately the same. Time, any allegiance to a second from now or a tiny second before. Cause and effect, something affecting something else, a transmission of sorts. All of that so perfect, so delightful, so adventurous, and all the things we love of an adventure and of a drama, from the highs to the lows, and from the highs to the lows. And yet here, this so at ease and full on welcome. Such a welcome. I love that as human beings, we can recognize this option of welcome. My three favorite words: available, willingness, and vigilance. These
are not sexy words.
They're not at all sexy, I know. So not sexy. But boy, do I fucking love them. I fucking love them. Available to me is super sexy. Because, oh my goodness, it was just like, to all of I mean, the whole universe is a delicious mango you're eating with no napkin, and it's getting all over your infinite face. You're available to all of life. Why do I love willingness? Oh my gosh. Because you're not in the unsexiness of protection. You're fucking wild and untamed. All of your deliciousness is here, responding, the intelligence that you are, effortlessly responding to itself. You know, when we don't have the willingness innocently, and we're trained to not be willing, we're indoctrinated into a trance of protection and safeguards, which has its place in the dream world. Not saying none of that's wrong. It's not anti any of that. But for example, we have a sensation and we're not willing for that sensation. Oh, I gotta fix it. I gotta do whatever I have to do. In the willingness, we are available to make love to all that appears. Open, unprotected, and free, as was once named some Gangaji video at one point. Do you remember that video? It's an old Gangaji video. Open, unprotected, and free. Willing for life to be itself. Not trying to separate, categorize, compare. Like, ah. And in that, your brilliance, so available. Creativity, so available. Life force, so available. And then what was the other unsexy word? Vigilance. Oh, okay. That's so fun. Vigilance. I love how kind vigilance is. Kind to oneself. I love how Papaji once said, vigilance till your last breath. The vigilance is an awareness. I mean, it's pure devotion to the moment. It's, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Without ever having to say I, without ever having to say love, without ever having to say you. And this vigilance, a sweet awareness of mind's tendency to co-opt and corrupt everything. What's that quote that I really love about religions? Religions are but the footprints of where truth once walked. The footprints. There's so many beloved teachers in the past and all their wonderful expressions and adventures and presently that don't have an awareness of vigilance and innocently get caught up in a mind stream of their own mythology. And boy, do things get a little messy from that point on. As we may have seen. Boy, can there be so many ideas. So without the vigilance, there's thought of, I am enlightened, or I know what's best. I know what you need to learn, so I'm going to teach it to you. No one knows what you need to learn, ever. No one. Thank goodness. You're too fucking wild and too fucking free for anyone to be like, oh, you need this and this and this and this and this. And this. So I'm going to do this curriculum, or I'm going to pretend like I'm going to do this and do that. Oh, Lord, have mercy. The corruption. Wondrous. Again, none of that wrong. Juicy. Aliveness. Life. And how sweet that and the continuous opening and deepening and willingness. Gosh, so very sweet. So much support. So kind. Such allegiance and compassion. So in this openness, what's sweet about those three words that I love is that, for me, the whole point of any spiritual teaching, any spiritual path, any spiritual adventure is for us to be fully human, authentic human being, authentic here with all that is to be here. In our willingness to be here with all that is to be here, all of a sudden we become supernatural in our presence of welcome. How does it feel to be in the presence of someone who completely accepts you and loves you? You've had those moments in life before where you're not in the presence of someone who's you gotta change this, you gotta change the way you drink, you gotta change how you talk, you gotta change how you do, you gotta fix this and fix that. And that has its place again. More adventurous. And as human beings, we have the option to truly, in a very chill, relaxed, practical, everyday kind of way, be the peace we'd like to see in the world. Very chill way, we recognize, oh, I'm no longer contributing to the suffering of the planet. I'm no longer the butterfly that turns into the tsunami. But really, stop, boss, basta, now. And we notice that available isn't something we have to do. Hallelujah. You don't have to do available. It's just the quality of this aware intelligence, infinite aware, absolute beingness that you are is available as the whole cosmos, even the unavailability. All is evidence of you as yourself. Willingness, you don't got to do willingness. It may seem like you practice willingness at first, only in the intersection of someone going somewhere. But in that we see so clearly, no someone, no somewhere. Full on, effortless, already the case. Willingness, acceptance, delight, roar of being. Levántate and roar. Vigilance, already the case. Don't have to do it. Aware intelligence, so clear. The activity of mind in itself releasing. And let's see where are the juicy places we want to go today. Anyone want to explore something or share something? This is a time to notice how naked we are, how undressed we are, how anytime we ever thought we put on a body, we left all the buttons open. Yeah. I love that dress. So cute.
Do I even need this? It's for the
Yay
virtuals.
for the other facet of yourself.
Ah, I I was wondering if I was gonna bring it up or if I would make it, if it would just, pop and fizzle on its own.
Oh,
But
fun.
so yesterday, Ash came to the Guru Purnima
Oh,
celebration,
so
and
beautiful.
there was Dakshina, a woman. I hope she doesn't mind I'm using her name. But anyways, she was so clear and so fiercely rooted in truth. It was like a shakeup. It was like I couldn't believe that she so trusted it. There was no doubt. There was no um, waffling. There was no, and it was, and I loved it because deep
Yay.
down I knew it was true. But
Right.
I also was like that comparing, like, wait, why am I not firmly? If she like she's like me. She were the exact same age. We were with Papaji.
Mhm.
Like, why did it like take hold in her like
Yeah.
that? And
Yeah.
in me, there's like always the pull of some like I'm, and then I'm like, okay, it's fine. Like then that's who be like that. Like don't just be like I'm jealous. Be like
Right.
do that because you know
Right.
it's true.
Right.
But I was like, I'm just sharing that full humanness that I was.
Beautiful.
It was delightful.
Yeah.
It was like being a beautiful cold shower. Like this is
Right.
someone my age, my contemporary,
Right.
speaking fierce truth like that.
Ah.
And then it was like the hangover was like,
Mm.
well, why do I get like so funked out by
Right.
samsara?
Right. It's so interesting, right? The mystery of it. And and then how sweet, noticing the wondrous tone or the wondrous web of mind, you know, separation, categorizing, comparing time, and how we can get caught up in the comparisons and then also, noticing any thoughts there, like how solid they are. So you and Dakshina are separate. Is it true? You in the cold shower of ruthless truth are separate. Is it true? And those thoughts can be helpful in the sense of upping one's meditation practice or or, or exploring or coming to a satsang or it can be really sweet of like, oh yeah, an inspiration. I want to up my game. I want to like really get really clear, like, oh yeah, it's possible to live an ordinary life and be completely clear to what's real and what's not, and to live as this truth, even as I have my job, even as I have my family, even as I travel and visit my mother, even as it's like, oh, this truth can be right here. Yeah. I once heard Gangaji mention about this phenomena, where she noticed in her experience this this yes to everything. I'm not sure if this relates, but then it falls into place with that availability and that willingness and that vigilance, noticing thought arising and the willingness to give it space. Usually when thought arises, we try to work with mind. We try to polish it. We try to undo it. We try to enlighten it. We try to solve the problem with the same thing that is the problem. But in the willingness for mind to be itself, all of a sudden the emphasis shifts from the stories and the sentences and the descriptions to the space they appear in, the solid reality of this truth that speaks, this truth that Dakshina knows herself to be, and just comes through so clearly. You know, your truth, your own voice, your own arrow, your own roar. Yeah, in this moment, fun to feel into. Ever been separate from anyone? Is it true? Never separate from Papaji, never separate from Ramana, never separate from the mountain, never separate from any space, any time. Your truth. Papaji has only ever spoken your truth. And when thoughts come up, oh, me and this and time, and then moments of profound realization that lasted for some time and then maybe seemed like they unrelaxed for some time, and there's been more of an emphasis on mundane worldly concerns that are so appropriate to focus on those things. Life certainly shows us the way, and noticing again what doesn't change, what's the same when we're so aware of what's aware, and what's the same when we're engaged in the world, when we're opening a pickle jar, when we're getting our babies ready for school, when we're thinking about a future that never comes. I love when someone went to Papaji and said, I woke up, I woke up, I woke up. And he said, that's great. That's great. That's great. And then he said, I forgot, I forgot, I forgot. And he said, even better, even better, even better. A good clue that something is going to end is if it feels like it's new, like it begun. Too much more simple than anything ever coming. Awakening comes and goes. Enlightenment comes and goes. A feeling comes and goes. Shakti comes and goes. A sense comes and goes. Bodies comes and goes. I'm awake comes and goes. I'm not awake comes and goes. All points of view appearing in this open, more simple stability of being that isn't in the realm of learning or teaching. And what I love, part of the vigilance thing, I hear that and I hear Gangaji speaking to my heart as a 19-year-old. Who you are never need be learned, never be understood, never be realized. And there's a teaching that follows. And there's a teaching that follows. And life, the best teacher ever. The Satguru. Boy, does every moment give us everything we need. Everything we need. And in the willingness, so if there's any sense of like, I'm not willing to not be awake, or I'm not willing to be as clear as the so and so, or as stable as so and so, it can be really sweet medicine and so kind to the animal, soft animal body, to be completely willing to never know anything, to be completely willing to always be caught up in mind, to always be ignorant, or to always not see. That's vigilance, yeah. Oh my God, it's so sweet. Can you feel how sweet it is to give permission for mind to be totally itself? Mind doesn't wake up. Mind's just mind. It's just mind. It's so innocent and has no substance of its own. You, solid, here, aware, nothing else needed. No cosmic REI needed. No extra gear needed. No extra gear needed. No other moment needed. No other moment needed. Nothing ever needed. No other teacher needed. No other guru needed. No other ashram needed. No other Shakti needed. No other Savasana needed. No other feeling needed. No other sense of oneness needed. No other tears of joy needed. No other infinite laughter at the cosmic joke of things needed. No other thing needed. No other orgasm needed. No other tantric orgasm needed. No other dissolving in your lover's eyes needed. Nothing else needed. No other getting your chakras perfectly aligned. No other going to someone to completely cut out all those cords. Nothing ever else needed. Not needed. Here, you are here. You as you are here. Just as you are. You as immediate perception. All inclusive perception. This thought, this sensation, that knee, that feeling, this, just as you are. A sky bouquet.
It's so funny. A part of me is like, just remember this, just remember this, just remember this. Try to remember it. And I'm like, it's not, I can't remember it because it's not even, it's not the, I mean, it's just, yes. I mean, it's.
Goes away too fast.
Yay! Thank goodness. Yay!
And then I read this quote the other day that I love, and
Yeah.
it's, I never heard it before. Maybe you had, but it's Marx. And he said, he said, logic is the mind's money. Like that's it's that transactional
Right.
seek, you know, and
Right.
that's like that's so right on, right? That our
Right.
logic is like money for the mind.
Right. Refuel. Yeah. All it needs to survive. Oh yeah, I have everything I need to survive, and I can buy more. I can buy more to survive. Yeah. And that never needs to change. That never needs to change. Innocently, we identify with mind. You've never had a mind. Not yours. Not yours. Not yours. Does that feel like a relief to never have to have a mind? Not a mind to fix, not a mind to detangle. So it's not like you go to satsang to get some really deep ass conditioner. Detangle that shit. Mine can forever remain nappy. Mine can forever remain knotted. Mine can forever remain beautifully itself. What I love about freedom, everything gets to be free. How sweet. The carpet gets to be completely free. The wires get to be free. Mine gets to be free. The Buddha gets to be free. The TJ Maxx Buddha gets to be free. Ram's crystal skeleton gets to be free. Everything has to be free. You don't have to be at war with anything or try to change anything. That's what mind likes to do. And noticing that, we recognize the volume of the ease that has never once been interrupted is seemingly turned up. We notice always singing as yourself, humming as ease. Yeah, it's really, I love that you caught that about remembering. It's so sweet that we think there's another second from now. Not possible. Not possible. And then also total willingness to forever forget. Total willingness for the most profound amnesia. So much amnesia you don't even know what applesauce is. Let alone awakening sauce. Oh, so beautiful. The video at your home yesterday with Papa G and that Rinpoche. What was his name? I don't remember his name. Chokin Lima? Choking Nima. I was like, oh, Choking Lima sounds like a drag queen. I want to meet that drag queen. She is fierce. Choking Lima. My name is Choking Lima to the bed today. Oh, but then when they were hugging and just sitting there, and then the innocence of mind saying something such as, "Oh, we're pointing to the same direction," and then the sweetness of the radical truth of being saying, "We are not. There's no direction." It reminded me of when I first met Byron and Katie. And we're sitting there and I'm just loving her. And I'm like, yes, this just so present. Just this ocean, this shoreless ocean is. And she looked at me and she said, "Drop the ocean." It's like, yes. Fuck that ocean. Who needs an ocean? Just the sweetest, sweetest, sweetest. What a moment. What a life. So, yeah, that's what's up. Anyone else care to share something or explore something? Mhm. A thought that feels really solid. A belief that feels really solid. Ah! Ooh. And notice.
It's not really anything.
Yay, it's so true.
Yeah, like I don't really, right. Okay, good. Thank you. But it's really
Oh, sweet.
just being with what you, when you say, let mine be,
Yeah.
um, I really can't.
It's like,
There was something I was going to say with that. Oh yeah. So the idea that there are mind attacks or that there's a quietness of
Yay,
mind.
yay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let it rip.
Let it rip. Points of view appearing in the vast expanse of the stability of your being. Points of view, each of them exalting silence, purity of silence itself. Yeah. Each of them equally appearing, flourishing, and dissolving at their inception. Each thought of mind, quiet mind, agitated mind, noisy mind, active mind, loud mind, enlightened mind. So welcome. Yeah. That's so sweet. So sweet. Yeah. Mm. You never need a quiet mind, beloved. You never need a soft mind. Mind can truly be as it is. And then the sweet little joke is, where is this mind?
I thought that the vigilance. What is vigilance without a mind, though? Is it just sensing the spaciousness, being vigilant to the spaciousness?
Well, what's so sweet, because without a mind can easily be co-opted by mind. I no longer have a mind. And then so much mind. So much mind. So again, there's this innocent you get lulled back into the trance of someone somewhere, even if that someone is called no one, and even if that somewhere is called nowhere. It's like there's fundamental Advaita Vedantists, there's fundamental Christians, there's fundamental Buddhists, there's fundamental Dzogchen beloveds. Religions are but the footprints of where truth once walked.
Mm.
And so, even in the clear recognition of no mind, full on expectation for mind to be fully present, or willingness for it to be fully present. Yeah. And that's sweet devotion. And that's something we have to actually do in our devotion, in our love, and in our awareness. Just how we have an awareness of how to do certain things. What's so cool with mind is that there's an education in the nature of mind, that we're exploring as a species more than ever now. Recognizing suffering isn't a mystery. It's like, oh, these are the particular steps to these things. And is that happening right now? Oh, yeah, that is happening right now. Oh, cool. Okay, hi, minds. You're so free to be yourself. And then that turns up the volume of the ease that's already here, of the freedom that's already here. And then you're not informed by cause and effect. You're not informed by story. You're not informed by assumption. It's wisdom that speaks. It's wisdom that acts. It's wisdom that moves. It's wisdom that dances. It's wisdom that sings. It's wisdom that lives an ordinary life, opens the mayonnaise jar or the vegenaise jar.
I heard recently a new definition of vigilance.
Oh, fun.
Well, I mean, we've all heard it, but it was a new way for me to hold it because I used to
Nice.
feel effort in that word. And it was that it means to keep vigil. And you know, when you think of those candlelight vigils and how
Yeah.
effortless that is and how sacred and holy to just show up with your candle in the dark.
Yes.
I wanted to just
I love that. Notice the candles are on. Yeah. 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 Keep vigil. Beautiful. Sacred. Yeah. Honoring. And also knowing what's real and the true identity of mind in all of its expressions.
Say that again. Knowing what's real as a true identity of
Knowing
mind?
what's real and the true identity of mind.
Right.
Yeah. Willing for mind to be a trickster and the true identity of mind as your very self, as consciousness itself, awareness itself, not separate. So sweet. So sweet. Oh, I love you that you're here. I feel everyone. What a relief! Yeah, right. And yeah, and that's I loved what you shared in ceremony in your integration. So powerful. Yeah, the relief of I don't have to do something with this or fix this or it's like that could totally be itself.
Yes, there's nothing to do.
So
There's
sweet.
absolutely nothing to do.
So sweet.
And I was just putting so much effort into
Ah,
not doing anything.
Okay, so sweet, so innocent, so innocent.
So surrender.
Yeah,
Surrender.
yeah. So surrendered, so surrendered. What a beautiful weekend. Just feeling into all the hearts. I feel like a sweet constellation. We just did a beautiful non-dual ayahuasca ceremony weekend with satsang before ceremony. That was so sweet. Have satsang before ceremony. And just the sweetest hearts. Oh my goodness. Mm. Sweet permission slips, these medicines. Sweet permission slips. The medicine revealing that all is medicine, all is support, all serves. Mm. Jillian, can you do me a favor and pass me my chacapa, the shaky shaky? This one and this and this. Singing wants to happen. See what song wants to come through. What song wants to come through? Mm. Anyone have a request of a song that they know? Hibiscus. The queen. Flower of this moment. That's perfect. The flower of this moment. You are the flower of this moment. Infinitely blossoming, infinitely fragrant, infinitely beautiful. Every petal, every thought, every petal, every sensation, every petal, every feeling, every petal, every circumstance. Oh, your very self. Oh, your nature. I am. I am. In the middle of the ocean, an ocean that's in the middle of an ocean of stars. Yes, I'm in the middle of the ocean, an ocean. I'm breathing diamonds in Brahman's heart, floating gently in who you are. Thank you for holding me. All of humanity you hold, the possibility for infinity to fall deeper in love with itself. Thank you for loving me. All of humanity you love. Even if you can't see it's your destiny to simply exist as this love. You are the flower of this moment. Your fragrance is bliss. Rest here like this. Rest here. You are the flower of this moment. Your fragrance is bliss. Rest here like this. Rest here. Oh, deeper than a feeling, closer than your breathing mouth. Here everything's allowed to be as it is. All is welcome to exist. A spiritual experience, a worldly affair. Love's not going nowhere. You cannot get it wrong, for it's indeed the song that every atom, every realm sings to you. It's true, it's true, it's true. That every atom, every realm sings to you. It's true, it's true. You are the flower of this moment. Fragrance is bliss. Rest here like this. Rest here, rest here, rest here. You are the flower of this moment, and your fragrance is bliss. Or jealousy, or fear, or anger, or whatever's appearing. Rest here like this. Rest here, rest here, rest here like this. How like this. Take notice, what kind of dreams have you chosen? Explosions cannot obliterate these roses. I know this. I am the green thumb that grows this. A human with an infinite love diagnosis. For that which blooms from the soils of wisdom survives the rise and the fall of our systems. Marigold, will you hold all your traumas with care and scatter petals of love everywhere? You don't have to be a queen of decisions when your mind is a giant hibiscus. You don't have to be the king of no throne when hydrangeas the law in your yeah. So, and remember, if things start to harden and you're bouncing from pardon to pardon, there is nothing that need be discarded. For you are this moment, you are this garden, infinite moment, infinite garden. You are this moment, you are this garden, infinite moment, infinite garden. Zain zain na nai nai, zain nai 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 nai, zain nai na nai nai, zain nai 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 nai, zain nai na nai nai, zain nai nai nai. Nai 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 nai. On de de ye in de an de ding on on yin ding ling wing ye on yin ding ling ye on yin 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 wing yin 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 tang yin ding ye on yin 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 tang yin on yin wing yin tang yin yin ye on yin yin ye wang yin 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 on yin yin. I wang yan na sa wang yan na yin on dan ye sing on yin. I wang yan ya yin wang yan ya yin wang yan ya yin on yin yin wang yan ya yin wang tang ya yin on yin. Ding on ying, and you ding you and you ding ding on ying. Flower of the moment, you're the flower of the moment, you're flower of the moment, you're the flower of the moment, flower of the moment, you're the flower of the moment, you're flower of the You are the flower of this moment, just as this moment is. And this moment is so big, it includes every other moment you ever imagine yourself to have, ever imagine that you've ever had. Feel into it, this moment is so big, so inclusive of all your all your dreams, all your minds, every lifetime. Oh, everything only ever appeared on the lap of the you that is you, that is you, that is you. Loving everything that appears. You've always loved everything that appears. Can't help but love everything that appears. Oh, your babies. Oh, your babies. Sacred geometry. Watch it fly out of me. Sonic astronomy, this be vocal alchemy, toning my way into Ganesha's balcony. The view from in here is a Celestine prophecy. Angels with microphones, goddesses sing. Lakshmi's ascending on butterfly wings. Cosmic disclosures about identity. The only life here is the one listening. The only life here is the one listening. The only life here is the one. Listen so sweetly that you disappear. Listen so clearly until you're not here. Not here as a thought, not here as a body, not here as the one trying to get to the party. Because right where you are, without changing a thing, is the one celebration, the only big bang. You've never not been the pure presence of love. You cannot experience there's not enough. For atoms keep flying right out of God's pocket. It's your face on the ID that God has in her wallet. No need to say it, but I'm going to call it. You've always been you, and you've always been ballin'. Your name is Abundance Jackson. Your name is Prosperity Jenkins. Your name is Infinity Smith, exalting the reality of indescribable bliss. Your name is God Loves Me Gonzalez. Your name is God Is Me Ruiz. Your name is the sacred, immeasurable beauty that brings everything here to its knees. Confusion. Confusion's not just for the wealthy. Confusion's not just for the poor. Confusion's but the unquestioned assumption that this moment should be something more. More this, more that, more Cadillacs, pure imagination, when maybe not tending to the here and now contributes to global devastation. Maybe not taking the time to invest in the silence found in meditation gives rise to the hurt and the pain we inflict on ourselves. We inflict on ourselves. We inflict only on ourselves misidentification. Skin lines, timelines, dim their lines drawn in a map. The only word I can find around with the assumptions of lines is crap. The you, me that gives rise to destinies has only ever existed as flashing possibilities, a thought in the mind of God, a God in the mind of thought. It's a good thing this here golden perfection is never ever what's been caught up in mental elaboration. Thank heavens for evaporation, for the ingredients of separation can't survive the shine of this here confirmation. Your name is Abundance Jackson. Your name is Prosperity Jenkins. Your name is Infinity Smith, exalting the reality of indescribable bliss. Your name is God Loves Me Gonzalez. Your name is God Is Me Ruiz. Your name is the sacred, immeasurable beauty that brings everything here to its knees. Your name is the sacred, immeasurable beauty that brings every thought here to its knees, every feeling here to its knees, all phenomena here to its knees. And the song keeps singing as chair and couch and oxygen and heartbeat and digestion and thoughts and identity and no identity as this. This. Closer than this side of the screen, that side of the screen. Anyone want to give me a number from 1 to 333? It's more like 20. 20 to 333. Let's see. When does this thing start? 88. Awesome. His winter crop. I have seen you heal 100 deep wounds with one glance from your spectacular eyes, while your hands beneath the table pour large bags of salt into the heart gashes of your most loyal servants. Dear world, I can offer an intelligent explanation for our suffering, but I hope it really makes sense to no one here. And come morning, you are again at God's door with axe and pickets, eloquent petitions and complaints. Think of suffering as being washed. That is to say, Hafez, you are often completely soaked and dripping. The only advantage I can see in this, in the friend's long range plan, is that when the beloved bursts into ecstatic flames, this whole world will not turn into a bright oil wick all at once. Then divine ash and ruin his winter crop. Then divine ash and ruin his winter crop. Another number.
I have a poem I want to read you.
Yay! Where?
It's not mine. I can. I want. You made me think about it.
Yay! Could you pass?
Have to see.
Could you, Jillian, can you pass or? Yay!
If I can find it. Should I get on your Wi-Fi or
Yeah.
is it easy to get on?
I can share the password with you. Do you have an iPhone?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you?
Black Lives Matter. Share password.
Oh, so easy.
I know.
Okay. Okay.
Alrighty.
It's a little different, but same.
Yay! Same.
Okay. Self-Portrait as So Much Potential by Chen Chen. Dreaming of one day being as fearless as a mango, as friendly as a tomato, merciless to chin and shirt front, realizing I hate the word sip, but that's all I do. I drink so slowly and say I'm tasting it when I'm just bad at taking in liquid. I'm no mango or tomato. I'm a rusty yawn in a rumored year.
Mm.
I'm an Arctic attic.
Mm.
Come amble and ampersand in the slippery polar clutter. I am not the heterosexual neat freak my mother raised me to be. I am a gay sipper, and my mother has placed what's left of her hope on my brothers. She wants them to gulp up the world, spit out solid degrees, responsible grandchildren ready to gobble. They will be better than mangoes, my brothers, though I have trouble imagining what that could be. Flying mangoes, perhaps. Flying mango tomato hybrids. Beautiful sons.
Ooh. Yay, flying mango tomato hybrids. So good. Oh, it's so fun. I mentioned mango in the beginning of this, and the mango comes up, and I got some mango nectar, so we can have some mango nectar together. Not the same, but maybe we can just get a glass and throw it on each other's faces. Right. Yes, Mango Sutra. I love that. I love ending with a flying mango tomato. Thank you so much for the satsang, beloveds. Thank you for living satsang and being satsang and offering satsang. So, so, so honored. Oh, just so sweet. Beloveds at home, if you'd like to explore some more, you can go to my website, ashruiz.com, or you can go to the ayahuasca ceremony website, leafanddivine.org, and find out more information about ceremony. We do ceremony every month, the last 3 days of every month. There's also the option for private ceremonies. We have an Aloha Huasca retreat coming up in April of 2024, 5-day ayahuasca retreat, which I'm so excited about. And what else is happening? Oh my goodness gracious. Music. If you want music, you can find all of that on my website. Or if you want like to work one-on-one, I had a beloved graduate today, which was so much fun. And so I have room for one more beloved to work with. If that resonates, you can find all that info on my website. And what else? What else? What else? If you'd like to leave a donation, you can do so at all the different links of the PayPals and all that stuff that we do nowadays. Or if you're here and you'd like to leave a donation, you can do so in that blue thing over there on the table. Or you can do Venmo or all that other stuff. And it's just such a joy. Thank you so much. I love y'all so much. Adios, amigos. I hope there was sound.